Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Stream PC Everything Nerd. Today we have more on the juicy subject of GTA 6, and I don't think it's something that we are really happy to bring to you guys. But according to sources, aka Google, it turns out we heard some news. Sauce, do you want to get into it?
Sure. So apparently there was a quote from a certain CEO that said that video games aren't expensive enough. The actual quote was that you should pay per hour of playtime, and $60 isn't enough, and it's not fair to the developers of the game to sell it for $60. That's crazy to me.
Honestly, this might shock you. I think I'm all for that. We'll no longer have the unemployed gamer, and I like that. I like that a lot. No more unemployed lobbies. Fuck the unemployed lobbies.
You still will. I mean, you'll have people. Hey, mama, let me get your credit card. You know.
But there'll be a lot less. There'll be a lot less.
There'll be a lot less. Yeah.
No, I'm obviously just
maybe.
playing. That's terrible. Now I understand what he's saying and where he's coming from. Basically, they put in all this money, time, and effort, and then we buy the game for $60 or apparently $100 this time around, and then we get 100 plus hours of enjoyment, or 10 plus years in the case of GTA 5. I get that, but that's your fault for not making another game. Don't be mad at us because that's the only option we had to play when it came to your line of game, your style of game. You know, the hour thing, that's just greedy, man. And, you know, when you really think about it, I think games have been doing this. Fortnite, Call of Duty, anything with a battle pass, that's basically a monthly or every 2 to 3 month, whatever it is. You know, most of them are like, what, 38 to 58 days long. They're already doing that. They're basically getting you to pay a subscription to play their game, which is smart. I mean, that's the whole point of putting their game out for free and then charging us the battle pass. You know, and at the end of the day, not everybody gets it. That's not 100% sell. What he's wanting to do is make this 100% you're going to pay for what you play.
Yeah.
So,
You're not getting anything extra out of it, though. Like, that's the only bad part.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's my big thing is they already kind of do this because you pay for the game, and then if you're wanting to do anything on GTA Online, let's say you're wanting to get some money up without actually grinding, you can buy
money up.
like the money cards. You can buy like the Great White card or whatever it's called, those types of things in order to have an advantage in the online area of it. So they already have a store. Now, I'm okay with like Fortnite and things like that having a store because it's a free to play game.
Right.
If you don't want to play, you don't have to.
Right.
Which I'm all for. Just like Madden, you can pay to win on Madden Ultimate Team, but you can also do zero money spent Madden Ultimate Team.
Absolutely.
It's harder.
Way harder.
And you got to put a lot of effort in.
This year I am
But
like
you can
60-40, 60% no money spent. And it's even at 40%, I'm struggling.
It's very difficult. It is. But that's their business model, which it gives you a chance to not partake. But having everyone have to pay per hour played is absolutely insane, especially because a lot of games are played by children to begin with.
I mean,
Of course, we have a market of older people as well that we play games, obviously.
I'm just saying,
But
like,
think about how
who's
many
kids
kids are
playing
actually
GTA
playing.
though? Like, why are children playing? Just kidding. We were children
Sir.
playing GTA.
I was about to say, like,
I don't care if it's GTA. I don't care if it's My Little Pony Rescue Squad. I don't care what game it is. If I'm paying per hour for a child to play a game, that is terrible.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason I don't like WoW. Like, I'm not going to buy a game, buy the expansions, and then pay a monthly price to play the game.
Right.
That's just never going to happen. I'm not doing it. And WoW's been doing that shit since the 90s and getting away with it with zero problems.
That's a loyal fan
Yeah.
base, and I feel sorry for you with the clips that'll come out with that. You're gonna, hey, no bad
Bring it.
publicity, right?
See, like, I I didn't get into WoW for the same reason, but I did get into Guild Wars. You know, Guild Wars was a great game at the time whenever it first come out, and they didn't have a subscription. And also old school RuneScape. You know, they have a free to play, but then they also have, you know, memberships. But the plus side is though, if you can grind hard enough in the game, you can get the premium membership through in-game currency, and that was the reason I love RuneScape so much.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I like that. You know what you just got done saying, Sauce, that kind of triggered something in my brain. Like they could almost kill a whole new generation of gamers by doing that, because parents already don't want their kids on the damn game, right? Like it's
True.
parenting today. I feel like it's just like when we were kids. Get off the damn game, turn the damn TV off, get outside and play. Now you're gonna make a parent pay for a child to play and per hour. Now
In
they're
this economy,
now instead of being like, "Mama was only on for 2 hours," they're gonna know because they had to pay for it. And it's in this economy, and you're gonna kill a whole era of gaming like that.
people
That
are
is
already
rough,
struggling
dude.
right now. Add an
Yeah.
extra bill is crazy, especially one for video games. You don't think that's going to be cut off first?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the way you said it just gave me like chills. I was like, "Oh my god, that's a whole line of gamers gone." You know, make my COD lobbies a little bit easier, hopefully. But Jesus,
Gonna make them a lot slower and older. You'd probably be better at Fortnite. No kids cranking 90s and building hotels before you could even get there.
where do I check in? Back on the battle bus. No, yeah, that's insane. I don't know, and you know, I'm trying to think with him. Like, you know, like I said, I see his point of view. You know, maybe, you know, I think he really tried to sell it where it's like, hey, like, but if you guys did this, we could guarantee a dedicated team to the game that could solve issues faster. You know, like, pretend it was COD doing this. Does that mean we would get rid of cheaters? Like, would there be a team there to be on it? I doubt it.
There's supposed to already be one.
Right. So
Like, that's something
it's
that's
just an
already supposed to
interesting
happen.
thing. Per hour is ridiculous. Even I
Oh,
would
no,
say,
that-
even at 100 hours. So I just got unbeaten Elden Ring and its DLC. It took me 149 hours. I feel done with the game. Like, so if you charge per hour, most people wouldn't play it again, especially if that first hour wasn't amazing, right? Or when you're in that weird quirky learning era of like the game where you like don't understand it. Nobody's gonna go back and play that. So then you do what, 50 hours? You know, by then maybe they're a little bit invested. Maybe the 50 hours is a sweet spot for payment, and then you have to discuss how much. But then at 100 hours, a lot of people aren't going to pick that game back up after 100 hours. You know, because I loved Elden Ring, but at 149 hours, I'm like, I need a break. I'm done. Like I beat it. Everybody's like, new game plus. I'm like, nah, nah, fam.
The way I look at it is like, let's say I go out and I buy a guitar,
Oh yeah,
right? And I come back, I pay the full price. It's paid
Gotta
for.
pay
Bring
per
it
note,
home.
buddy.
And now it's like, oh,
First
for
drum.
every hour you play this guitar, you know, you owe me money.
Yeah,
You know, like it doesn't make sense.
yeah. You buy a yo-yo,
Doesn't-
and every time you fucking go back up with it, hey, that's 50 cents, sir.
That's a cent right there. You have
That's crazy.
Give me some money.
Eventually, it's just not worth the price anymore.
Yeah.
Like if I'm paying more to play Tarkov than I am to play my computer, that's not really a good investment. And just we're streamers, so think about us having to pay per hour that we play. Sometimes you're streaming for like what, 8 hours?
Done it, yeah.
So you're playing COD for 8 hours. So you have to pay 8 hours worth of COD out of anything that you made off that stream. That's gonna kill a lot of new streamers.
In less competition, I'm just kidding. That'd kill me immediately.
Let's go.
Me
the wife,
too, man.
the wife would be like, haha, plug. Ugh.
That new bill? Nah,
fam. Yeah. So let me ask you guys this. So with this imminent threat or idea, right? Which companies are money hungry, you know, you get enough CEOs talking, maybe they're like, hey, if we all do it, what would you guys rather have? The by hour potential pay or the $100 game? Sauce?
Neither.
Lucky neither? Sauce neither?
I'd rather have neither.
I
I'm
feel
gonna go
like
plug in
this
my
is
Super Nintendo.
I feel like this is a classic. I'm bluffing. I feel like this is being brought up. I feel like there's truth behind it, and I don't think he's just bluffing. But I think it's also one of those things like if I say this and get people to be like, you know what, I'll spend $100. It's cool. I'll do that. Just don't do the hourly thing. Try to make it see what I'm saying? They're trying to portray it as could be worse. It could be worse than buying a $100 game.
I always try to make it not a big deal.
Maybe.
But like I said, I'll just go plug in my Super Nintendo. I'll be right as rain playing a little Mario.
The 64 back there, it just a little bit of dust, little in the cartridge. I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
Right?
Mhm. And I can stream that. I got a way to do it. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Actually,
I got capture card right here.
they're making a remastered N64 with
They
all
are.
the old games and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, and you can use a the actual old N64 controllers with a little mod kit on the back of it to
Yeah.
play it.
What?
hmm
I feel like a little
And they're
kid right now. I'm
wireless at that
excited.
point.
Right. Yeah, who wants to go
Can't
back
even
to
imagine
that?
a wireless N64 controller.
Oh, jee's. I say that, but then I sit here and I play wired on my controller the whole time because it's plugged into the PC.
It's faster, you know.
Yeah, it is. Oh man. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's a scary future. Again, we can sit here and trash it, but I know, probably day one, week one, I'll be on GTA 6 as soon as it comes out. It's just man, it's just crazy the thoughts that are coming up, and everybody's money hungry, and rightfully so. I mean, the economy is in such a bad place. Like, how do you blame those guys for trying to think of how to make more money? When you think about it, and when you guys go to work or you have a job, you're at that job, and if you're not really making enough money to go home and play the game that you want and kind of have a good life, you have no motivation to do well. You're not going an extra mile. You're not doing all the attaboy stuff that you need to do. These guys want more money to motivate their people to get rid of these damn hackers, I'm sure. Because those guys are not motivated. They're going in, clocking in just like we would and be like, oh, fuck, I'm here another day. Even though they're living every teenager gamer's life is of, I wish I could make video games. It's still work, still time that I go clock in on the clock.
Of course it is.
So I don't blame it. I understand it, but at the same time, I'm very fearful of when
think it's out of
things
hand.
start getting talked like that.
I get it, but the thing is they're doing too much too quickly instead of like gradually going up to it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to change the whole ball game, and everybody's going to see that they're money hungry, and it's going to bite them in the ass if they're not careful.
Yeah, I think they're out of touch with their clientele because a lot of gamers, like you talked about, are the exact same way as those people that are clocking in on their job, trying to make enough money to go home, play their game, hang out with their
Right.
family, do all those things. If you're making that more expensive, you're just going to price yourself out of the market.
Yep.
Like it's just not going to be cost effective to have video games at that point. Because I can tell you, it's a whole lot cheaper to go find one Netflix subscription and go watch something on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but Netflix has games on there now too.
They do.
I did not know that.
I haven't played any of them, but they have.
They have them. They actually have like interactive videos now too. And you can make choices and like choose like what they want to do and stuff like that while you're watching the movie. It's pretty cool.
It's like a choose your own adventure story.
Make your own movie.
I used to
That's
love
kinda
those
cool.
books when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean the future's scary. I mean, obviously for more than just gaming and stuff like that, but when we're focused on the gaming aspect of things, is I just worry about it, man. Like, because if I ask you two nerds, why do you play video games? I know Lucky's answer is escape. I know your answer is to connect with more people. You're cutting off those lifelines for people that won't be able to afford it. I mean, in the late '90s, early 2000s, I don't know about you guys, but I was one of those guys that couldn't wait to go to my friend's house because we couldn't afford internet. So I couldn't wait to go there and try to play, online or something with a friend because they had it. I think early 2000s was pushing it. It's probably like 2010s ish, but
Hey,
but
I was right there with you. My buddy had the Xbox and the GameCube, and I had the PS2.
yeah,
And go over to his house to play Halo 1, and what was it, Smash Brothers, and come over to my house. Can't remember what we played. No, actually, no, he would bring his Xbox over to my house.
Yeah.
And it would always flop because like he would bring the case, the Halo case, but this disc wouldn't be in the fucking case. So he just would.
Genius.
Always check the case. However, I guess you
Yeah.
don't really have to think about that anymore because
Digital.
everything's a digital download.
Right.
Everything's
so.
digital now.
See, that's another thing that worries me when you actually bring that up. They're digital. So if they slap a price point on there, hey, guess what? You're
It just locks
SOL.
it.
You can't turn off the online feature and just play the main story all you want. They can lock it. Yeah, absolutely. That's interesting that you brought that up just now. Yeah. That's scary.
Crazy
That's
world.
real scary. I don't like that.
Crazy.
But anyways, yeah, hopefully there's enough of us that are actually able to stand up on that subject and keep things from going that direction. But like I said, as an adult, I get it. I understand it. It just that doesn't make it right though. Just because you understand something doesn't make it okay, you know. That being
I
said,
just can't
though,
understand it. It's just it's beyond dumb to think that that's okay to
Yeah.
charge more hourly for a video game. That's crazy. Like we used to pay per play at arcades,
yeah,
but the whole benefit of having a console at home or a way to play games at home was you could play as much as you want after you purchase the game.
Yeah.
That's the whole draw to owning your own console
Mm-hmm.
or your own PC or whatever have you. But if they're going to do a per hour, they might as well just put everything in an arcade and I'll go play in an arcade. I'll pay $0.25 to go play some pinball. Let's go.
Yeah.
So you and your friends used to go play. What'd you say?
Who, me?
I just said Pac-Man because I looked at you and thought old. I'm sorry.
How old do you think he
damn.
is?
Older than me. Older than me is all that matters.
Dang.
Yet.
I'm gonna leave.
You
Y'all have a
said
good
Halo.
one.
I'm sorry. You said
Stream
Halo and what
PC
else?
out.
Stream PC Go.
Smash. He said Halo and Smash.
What will you and your friends play, Sauce?
Halo and Smash Brothers.
What were we playing?
Yeah.
I mean, we played COD, Modern Warfare back in the day.
Yeah.
We played Halo. I used to play the crap out of Halo Reach. That was my game back in the day. But
Wasn't a fan of Reach.
We had
I
such
also
different
used to
friends.
play
That's so weird.
Mario Kart.
There you go. We would just play a
Mario
lot of
Kart
Mortal
was lit.
Kombat, just fucking for hours,
Mhm.
just in there fighting.
I used to have Mortal Kombat 3.
Fatality.
Where the little guy in the corner would come up when you uppercut somebody, go whoopsie.
Yeah.
MK2. Yeah. That and Madden. I think Madden was always a big deal. Any kind of football game.
Double A.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
So you guys were over there nerding out. I was over here playing
It took
man
batteries.
games.
It took batteries.
What took batteries?
Said AA.
NCAA.
That one. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know.
I know exactly what that is. Yeah, name a team.
Wait, was the first Xbox controller battery or wire?
Wired.
Wired.
And then the next one was battery.
They had you had to stab in like a receiver into the port, and then you can like connect it onto a certain frequency. But yeah, it was battery powered.
Gotcha. That's weird. We're
Yup.
old. We're getting old. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today's episode. Guys, let us know down in the comments what you think, how you feel. Should they charge by the hour for gamers to play games? Should they charge by the 100 hour? Should games be $100 freaking dollars? Let us know how you guys feel down in the comment
Hell
section
nah.
below. Much love. Everything Nerd Stream PC out, baby.